It's, 2 to 3 hours max in the morning, as soon as I get up, as quickly as I can get to it. After that, everything that comes out of your pen is just crap. You're going to rewrite it anyway. So I usually do 2 to 3 hours, but but it has to be day in, day out. Sunday's your only break. Every single day you have to do it. And it takes a focus that right now I can't find. I don't have it in my life. And it also takes a focus that I'm less and less willing to give to the detriment of my children. I have 2 young children. I'm a single dad 50% of the week. I'm very committed to that. I'm very committed to them. I have the luxury of at least being financially sound enough that I can be committed to them in that level. I just don't see the point in not making them number one. I've reached that point. I've got my literary children. They're good. I don't need to. I proved anything I needed to prove with Mystic River, and they're giving damn good. So I'm at a time in my life where my children are young, and I want to concentrate on them. When I took this job with David Kelly, I knew stories about him, apocryphal stories about him. One was that at one point when he had 4 shows on the air and he was writing all the scripts, his one rule was he had to be through the door at his house at 5:30. His wife expected him through the door of the house at 5:30 every day, and he did it. So when I took the job with him last year, I came on originally as a consultant on this show, and I sat with David and I said, this is a big project. This is gonna take a lot. I want you to understand that 50% of every week, I will leave everything on the floor. I'll work Sundays. I'll work around the clock. You will never have to worry about my work ethic. But the other 50% of the week, I have to pick up my kids at school at 4 o'clock. It's a non-negotiable. And David said, nobody ever had a good idea after 3:30. It's true. Nobody's ever had a good idea after 3:30. It's a morning business. That's when your brain really starts cooking. It's real early morning or very late at night. That's when creativity is, I think, at its wellspring. So there's a way to do this where the myths of writing and the myths of creativity, I think as you get older, you're just kind of like, oh, bullshit. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I don't have to go through the drama. I don't have to kill myself. I don't have to work like a dog. I just have to work cogently and precisely and know exactly what I'm doing. And then, you go through these times, and I was whipping a script together last week that I was working around the clock. When my kids weren't around, I was working around the clock. I was just eating, drinking, and sleeping it. And I pushed it out, and then it was okay, now moving on. And I took a break for about 3 days, and then I move into the next episode.